Hey all, and welcome back to Toy Picker Infinity's Toy Channel. Hey, I just wanted to send a shout out to my lovely wife. Our anniversary of 17 years was on Saturday, and we had a wonderful evening together. And I am so lucky to have my wife of 17 years. We've actually known each other since 1996. And she is one of the most beautiful people I know, one of the most beautiful women, and I'm lucky to have her, and so blessed that she puts up with me and my geekness, loving my robots, and she's also put up with everything I've been going through. I'm a little tired right now. I've been kind of trying to do a few videos here and there, but as my friends know, I've also been dealing with a long-term injury or sickness. So if my voice crackles a little bit, it's just because I'm hurting and just trying to get through the day. But you know, this is one of the ways that I've found to kind of pass some of my time while I try to heal from this long-term injury. But you know, again, besides that, you know, I am just so blessed for my wife and so in love with her, and you know, I'm so glad that we've been able to share a very, very long time together and have two beautiful children, and she's the most wonderful wife and wonderful mother, and I thank God every day for her, and I don't know what I'd do without her. And so, you know, again, even though we were together Saturday night and, you know, together always, happy anniversary, honey. I love you. Sitting on the table in front of me, back over here to the robots, we have a very rare toy, but super cool. This is the Bullmark Gojira, or a Bullmark Diecast Godzilla. And these things came out in, I think, 1978, 1979, around there. When Bullmark first started selling toys, not only in, or making toys not only in Japan, but in the United States. And this is one of their toys that actually was relatively popular just because, hey, it's Godzilla. Who doesn't love Godzilla? And they call this one also, have referred to it as the Mech Godzilla, even though there actually is a whole different Mech Godzilla that's a robot, and Bullmark actually makes the Mech Godzilla version. And this is not the Mech Godzilla version. This is just the Gojira, or the regular Godzilla, but it's still a die-cast robot. And let me tell you, it is a brick of die-cast. The entire thing, except for, I think, the tail. The tail is really, really hard rubber, but the rest of this guy is solid die-cast. We're talking the head, the arms, the legs, the body, the back. I mean, it is just a solid brick of die-cast. Like I said, the only things that aren't die-cast is this very hard rubber tail and then these plastic levers. And I'll get into what those levers are for in a minute. So this is the box, the original box that goes with him, and it shows all of the directions on the things that he does, and it's a very stylized Bullmark box, and I happen to very much love the Bullmark logo. That's the Bullmark logo behind you. These logos were given up a long time ago. The one on the right is the Popy Chigokin, which Bandai still holds the rights to, but the Bullmark logo, the rights were given up a long time ago, and I actually bought the rights because I loved the logo so much. I wanted the logo, and so I purchased the logo, and you know, can make some signs and that kind of stuff. So if anybody's interested in signs, you know, for like Bullmark, and I also own the Godiken logo. So the Godiken logo, I own the rights to both. So if anybody's interested in having those, you could just leave a message in the bubble, and I'll get back to you on if you want one of these vintage signs made. I have a company here in town that makes them. Anyway, and that's another part of my injury and illness is, man, I can get off track pretty easy when I start getting tired and I'm hurting. So let me get back to our Godzilla Gojira here, my friends. Okay, so the box is just beautiful. And on the inside, I have all the original packing, and I do have the brochure or the catalog for Bullmark, and my catalog's in really, really good condition. And it has all the different toys that Bullmark made. Let me fold this whole thing out here. It's just single-sided. So these are all the toys, and right here is the actual mech Godzilla. So there's the mech Godzilla, and then here's the mech Gojira, or the Diecast Godzilla that we have on the table here. And then here's all the other toys that Bullmark offered. And Bullmark was one of those companies that was making toys really early and was bought out by Popy or Bandai. Bandai bought them out and created it into a subsidy, and the Bullmark toys actually ceased to be made except for a few of them. Some of these bases Popy took over, and Popy made a few of the bases, and a couple of these toys, Arc or Archelon, Arc also made some of these, which was another subsidiary company that Bandai bought out. So Arc and Bullmark and another company called Clover were all Japanese toy manufacturers with diecast toys, and Bandai or Popy ended up buying them out, and then Bandai, of course, got rid of Popy. Later on, they got rid of Godaiken, and now everything's under Bandai. Bandai doesn't have any separate lines anymore because they bought out everybody else. But this was one of those fantastic toys that Bullmark made. So he has movable arms, movable legs. His head turns right to left, and as you can see, when you turn his head to the right or to the left, his mouth opens and closes. And when you turn it all the way around, there's a little switch right here. And you click this little switch down. Well, sometimes it doesn't want to pop open here. Mine's really, really tight. But inside this is a whole hidden chest piece in here. Let's see if I can get it open. There we go. And inside, you have a tank parked in here. See the tank? You have two retractable pilots, and they're in this little telescoping thing that pops all the way out. So I guess the pilots can come out and get out of Godzilla, even though the real Godzilla in the Japanese shows does not have people driving the inside of him. The mech Godzilla does, but this one doesn't. And these are the missiles. So he comes with 4 rockets, and the rockets can be placed into the rocket launchers. And then, of course, that's what the backside's for. The back, these levers back here, you know, so we can shoot the rockets off. And then it has a little SR-71 Blackbird. So there's a little SR-71 Blackbird spy plane jet looking thing on the inside here. Put that over there so you guys can see it. And then there's a little tank parked down here, and the tank's removable too. So of course in all Godzilla movies there's Godzilla, and he likes to smash buildings and stuff like that. So there's a little tank, and I'm not sure if this tank is supposed to be just a representation of one he can step on, or it goes to the team that's in here. This is one of their vehicles. The Japanese always like to have some sort of team vehicles along with their team giant robot. So I guess maybe that's what the tank and the jet is for. But, you know, here they are, the little tank and the little jet. But they both mount inside of this chest piece. So kind of a cool little quirky robot. They are difficult to find with all of the parts. I mean, to find them, usually you'll find these guys and they are missing the tank and the jet. They're both missing the tank and the jet, if not all the missiles. Many times you'll find these missing everything. And a lot of the times the rubber tail has been broken off right about here, because people bend and twist it and they'll snap off the tails either here or in this area here. but it's really hard to find them with all the stuff, and especially hard to find them with the box with the directions and everything. But this is one of those examples, and there's several colors that this comes in. This one is a greenish silver one. There is one that is a little more silver than anything, and then there's a brown colored one, and the brown colored one is supposed to be the rarer of all of them. I think the green and silver one's a little more common, and then the silverish silver one is also a rare one. But there's a brown painted one that one of my friends from Robot Japan, he did a video years ago on one of these, and he has the brown one. And so if you have a brown one, hey, good for you, because those are the rare versions. But here it is, the Bullmark Diecast Godzilla Gojira. I hope you enjoyed this video, and happy Monday.